The only reason you suffer responsibility is you're always afraid whether it'll happen or not happen. If you don't have the ability to respond, that is when
Sadhguruji, when I started saying you are a cool dude, and I saw you, I'm following you from the last 3 to 4 years, and you have been doing Rally for Rivers, Youth and Truth also is the idea that you have invented.
little, if you hold it little.
The Youth and Truth idea that you
Little volume for him, please.
Youth and Truth idea that you invented, and for Rally for Rivers also. Sometimes I think that you have a lot of responsibilities for this, and I've seen your video. In one video you are saying that you are working for 16 to 18 hours a day because you are made to work because you need to work for this country. Or in one of the video I saw it. A lot of responsibilities on you, sir.
Lot? No.
Lot of responsibilities.
All of it, huh?
All of it, huh? That's a lot of responsibilities, sir. So either you can just transfer to some of them to me also. But the thing is that
when you apply, we will consider.
I will be applying by tomorrow, sir. So the thing is that what I feel that sometimes or the other there are certain few people who are taking the responsibility. But many times people are scared of the responsibilities, taking the responsibilities. You have taken the responsibilities for rivers, for others, for planting trees and other things.
For you also.
And for me also, Youth and Truth. But but there is certain times when the people are scared of responsibilities.
Yes.
Does it taste good like chicken? Or something else?
See, responsibility. Does everybody hear that word clearly? Responsibility means responsibility, your ability to respond. I'm asking you, would you like to retain your ability to respond to every dimension of life that you face? I'm asking you. Hello? Some of you are saying no, why? If you have no if you don't have the ability to respond, that is when you feel fearful, helpless. If you retain the ability to respond, whatever can be done, you will do. In your life, if you do not do what you cannot do, no problem. But if you do not do what you can do, you're a disaster. I'm not a disaster. Everything that I can do, I will do. Will everything happen? Maybe not. Let me tell you how big a failure I am, okay? Is that okay? When actually yesterday, 23rd of September, is 36 years since certain things happened within me and my life dramatically changed. I was going about my business, successful, making money, everything good, but suddenly this experience hit me in such a big way, everything changed. It was on that little hill called Chamandi in Mysore. It was on 23rd of September, 1982. So, on this day I happened to be in Kashi, thanks to all of you for having me. So when this happened, I'm just sitting there, doing nothing. Simply, every cell in my body is exploding with ecstasy. I thought, this is it. I've discovered something that if you don't do anything, you will be overflowing with ecstasy. There's really no problem. Then I made a plan. In 2.5 years' time, at that time the human population was 5.6 billion people. So I made a plan, in 2.5 years' time, I will make the entire population blissful because I know the technology. You don't have to do anything. Simply if you sit here not doing anything, everything will explode. See, 36 years, huh? I'm still talking to you, not yet gotten you, okay? Maybe we've touched over 500 million people, but that's not my idea of the world. There are 7.6 billion people. So I know I will die a terrible failure, but I will die blissfully, because everything that I can do, I have done.
Successful failure can be a good word for you.
No, blissful failure. So Now in your life, the choice is this, you can have one constipated desire, okay? My only ambition is, I want to build one little house for myself. That happened, and you're a success, but a stupid success, constipated success. My wish for all of you young people is, you must have that kind of a desire which cannot be fulfilled in this life. If you take 2 steps in that direction, if your desire for well-being includes everybody, if your desire is all-inclusive, most probably it will not happen before you die, isn't it? But you took a few steps in that direction, that's great. Instead of having a constipated desire and you had it fulfilled in next 5 years and you think you're on top of the world, what is the point of such a desire? So, I'm wishing you failure, I want you to understand. But a blissful failure. Because the only reason you suffer responsibility is you're always afraid whether it'll happen or not happen. Why are you afraid of that? Because your joy, your happiness, your peacefulness is dependent upon how the world responds to you, not how you are. First, let me ask you this fundamental question. You are referred to as a human being, yes? Human being. We did not call other creatures tiger being, ant being, elephant being, we did not call them that, yes? We call this one as human being. What it means is, this one knows how to be. They all exist in reaction to outside situations, but this one knows how to be. This is why we know how to respond, not react, how to respond. This is why this is a responsible creature. If you know how to be, would you keep yourself blissful or miserable? Blissful. If you're blissful, what is the consequence of your action? Would it really matter? You'll do your best. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Hello? Yes. But when you're shit scared of what will happen, you will reduce your desire and responsibility so small. Essentially because of fear, isn't it? But if you're really blissful by your own nature, you know how to be. You're a human being, you know how to be. If you know how to be, does it matter how far your actions go or do not go? Our actions will depend on the times in which we exist, isn't it? People are, like I was at the World Economic Forum and all these people usually coming and saying many things like this. One professor from the Harvard University comes up to me and says, "Oh, you're that amazing tree planter." I say, no, I'm not a tree planter. Then, no, you planted millions of trees. Yes, I planted, but I'm not a tree planter. Then he asked, what do you do? I said, I make people flower. So why I planted trees is not because I am a tree planter. Simply because, one day it happened. 2 men were working, government employees. One man was digging on the roadside. Behind him, another man was coming and closing these pits and coming. Somebody else was passing by, they saw this ridiculous activity and they backed up and they came and, "Hey, what are you doing here? This guy is digging, this guy is closing. What is this?" They said, no, I'm doing my job, he's doing his job. The in-between person was a tree planter, he is missing. Because that tree planter has been on a leave for a long time, I stepped in. I'm not a tree planter, nor am I a river saver, okay? Because that person is missing, I stepped in.